You're tuned into Inside Lowell. Inside Lowell podcast brought to you in part by Washington Savings Bank, serving the greater Lowell community for over 130 years. Make the switch now to Washington Savings Bank. Reverie 73, Lowell's #1 cannabis shop. Elevate your cannabis experience at Reverie 73. Hafner's, heating and cooling homes and businesses for nearly a century. Hafner's, it kicks. And by Boston North Company, restaurant and retail solutions for your business. That's Boston North. And now, time for another Inside Lowell podcast. Inside Lowell. If Lowell is your home, this is your place. Hi, and welcome to Chamber Chat here in the beautiful Inside Lowell Studios. I'm Danielle McFadden, president of the Greater Lowell Chamber of Commerce, and I have a treat for you today. I have these three wonderful men with me today talking about TeamWalk for CancerCare, Lowell General Hospital, of course. We have Joe Erikson, Bruce Robinson, and Bernie Gillette. How are you guys?
Good.
I'm going to put the camera on you guys for a couple of minutes because, people are sick of looking at me. It has nothing to do with that. We don't talk about wide angles here, not in front of the lady. So I want to start by each of you introducing yourself and then talking a little bit about why you're involved with TeamWalk for CancerCare.
So you want to start with Danielle?
I'm going to start with Joe.
Sure, I'll start.
I just met Joe.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you, by the way.
You as well.
I'm Joe Erikson. I live in Chelmsford all my life. Been a big, huge motorcycle enthusiast. And, I've heard about the Cancer Ride before. And about 3 years ago, I became real friendly with Bernie Ride. And he told me about this great cause, the Ride for Cancer. And it works in with the TeamWalk. And my mother passed away of cancer. Several friends and stuff have cancer. And I said, I'll see what I can do for her. I've never had the opportunity. So I met Bernie and Bruce and Andrea one time at a meeting. And these great people, I see the dedication they have towards this cause and the passion for the cause. So I said, whatever I can do, I'll be more than glad to help. And
Bernie jumped on that.
Bernie jumped on that right away.
Whatever you can do.
Whatever we can do.
Help we can take, believe me.
So I've been doing it for the last 3 years, maybe 4, I can't remember. It's a great cause. A lot of work goes into it behind the scenes. People don't realize it starts the week after we have the last ride, we stop playing again. The only thing that we have the planning problem is the weather, but you can't control the weather. But it's well organized. Bernie will go a little bit more into the exact ride.
Yeah.
But it's a great cause. I've seen it grow in the last 3 years since I've been there. Last year we did a motorcycle raffle, made a lot of money for the cancer. TeamWalk. You can't do a motorcycle every year. It's hard to get from a dealer because we have to get it donated.
Yeah.
We pay for it. But it was a big push. It was a great success. And this year we decided to go a different route with raffle tickets for a smaller cause, which I'm sure Bernie will fill you in later. But it's a great cause. I have friends now that help set up. They come and volunteer.
Excellent.
And everybody I know, it's just getting the word out there. A lot of people don't realize. They hear the big TeamWalk and they think it's a TeamWalk, but they, the golf tournaments and everything else they have. In our little motorcycle event, which we hope will grow every year, is a contribute. And the fact is that it goes to the patients. Last year we were at the Elks, and we were walking around the pavilion to have the event, and the event coordinator says, "Oh my God, we had an 80-year-old lady last year that came to us that during COVID she turned 80, a breast cancer survivor, and she wanted to have a birthday party. And she said the funds from this went to the catering and the Elks, and she had a birthday party. It was a coincidence."
It's a great story.
So it's just and that just makes you even want to do more for people. You hear Make-A-Wish and stuff. This is kind of a little thing like Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
It's a great cause. I'm going to do it for as long as I can. And I want everybody out there, if they can join us, support tickets, whatever they can, even other events they have for the TeamWalk,
Yeah,
but
so
not just the
many ways to get
motorcycle one.
involved.
Will we take over now, Danielle?
Do I twist your arm?
I could be a little.
Do you want me to take over? Okay,
No,
twist your arm, Bernie. Come on.
So I also from Chelmsford have been riding for quite a few years, and as you probably know, I've been involved with Lowell General raising monies from back on the golf tournament, being on that committee, the golf tournament committee, and then I think it was Amy, can't quite remember the last name, but she decided we're gonna try and do a motorcycle ride. So they reached out for me, knowing that I rode, and we gathered a bunch of other people that had the same enthusiasm about riding. And we put this, the first ride together for the first year. We went out of, I believe, the Lowell at that particular year. And then we moved it around until we finally settled in nicely at the Chelmsford Lowell.
Nice.
So, excuse me. So it's been fun. It's been a ride, literally.
I'm like, good use of that word.
Yeah, and you know, it's we've tried to figure out different ways in order to add more additional monies to the ride, which just adds more supplemental money to the actual team walk that happens in May. So, you know, if you don't ride, it's okay. You can come out, you can play in our cornhole tournament. Well, the motorcycles leave at 10 o'clock. There's a cornhole tournament that starts, okay? And there's prize money for that. You also got to enter $50 per two-person team.
Yeah.
But then there's prize money that we hand out at the end of the day, depending on who wins. And I think we have we allow like 40 teams, Bruce. I think.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and we have Ed and a couple other people that organize that, who are also on the committee, that help organize all of that while we're gone. And then they have and join in with the lunch after that Pat Bianco and his team put on for everyone, which is always fantastic.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So we have that. We added this year, as Joe had mentioned, it's too hard to do a motorcycle raffle every year. It was a lot of money. We did well with it. We sold out. We hit our goals last year, which was fantastic. So I have to thank the people out there that all participated. This year, rather than that, we're doing a raffle. And the raffle, the first prize is $5,000 Amex card. You know, seconds $2,500, $1,000. So for a $20 ticket, you have an opportunity to make a few bucks.
Yeah, and that appeals to everybody too, right? Who doesn't like money?
Yeah. Exactly. Right? Exactly. It goes pretty quick these days, but every little bit helps.
It does.
So, and you can get those online at teamwalk.org.
And we'll include that link when we post this as well.
That'd be great. Thank you. So it's teamwalk.org. You can do that. Or you can get them the day of the ride, which is this Sunday, the 10th. And we're keeping our fingers crossed that Mother Nature will bail out, head out to sea, and leave us alone for the day, because this, as Joe said, there's so much that goes into this ride, the planning, the catering, the tents, the tables, the people, the volunteers, just so much goes, law enforcement. Without these guys, this ride, you know, being Lowell General, you know, hospital, we keep safety, you know, is first and foremost.
Absolutely.
And our guys and law enforcement, the Nemlik guys, I don't want to mention a lot of names. They probably don't want to hear their name, but these guys go above and beyond every year to help this ride succeed and be safe.
And that's one of the biggest things that the ride is known for, is the escort. Once you leave the Elks, you don't put your feet down at a single stoplight or a single.
Whoa, that's so
They come up. They'll come up. They start in front of us, and each one will branch off to block an intersection.
Whoa.
We pass them. They come back up on the left-hand side, get back in position, so they can branch off at every intersection.
Cool.
So you never put your feet down.
So if you're a rider, that's worth it just for that. What an experience.
That's what I'm saying.
Cool is that?
They make the ride really.
Is a rider? Did I say
special.
that? Is that the right terminology?
What's that?
I said if you're a rider.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. I don't know what I'm talking about. Fake it till you make it, or just admit it.
Yeah. Whatever goes. Just ride.
In this ride too, is all bikes are welcome. Trikes, you know, we've had a numerous amount of trikes, people that are in their older age that don't want to ride.
Great.
We feel bad we put them in the back, but it's more of a safety issue when you're driving down the road,
especially with police.
You know, with the police.
Yeah.
But, you know, any bike, even Hondas, whatever, we're all riders. You know, we don't just have to have a Harley to ride this.
Male and female.
Yeah,
we have a lot of female riders. They come out and enjoy it. I mean, Harley Davidson himself, they've been marketing a lot of their bikes towards younger people, but especially women. Women enjoy getting out there and enjoying the roads. I mean, there's a lot of freedom that comes with it, and it's a, you know, for people that don't ride, until you get out there, And you get into, especially for my favorites, like the mountains of Vermont and New Hampshire and Maine, down the coast. It's just something that's very.
Yeah, it must be a beautiful way to see. Yeah.
Very relaxing.
Yeah.
A lot easier than hitting a golf ball.
And a lot of work goes in the ride too, because we've changed the location. So me and Bernie,
We do a lot of
several times have redone the routes in cars and motorcycles. If they do road construction we don't know about, we want the smoothest, nicest route we can.
Great.
And it's out.
Scout it all out.
It's out, and it's 119 and nice roads. We try to find the best roads we can.
Yeah.
We went a couple of weeks ago. It was a different location we were kind of thinking of, like a month ago, and we didn't like the parking lot. Safety for the riders. So we're looking out for the riders. They have a safety meeting ahead of time. Yeah. It's more. I want to say family, but it's a family-oriented ride. It's any level can ride this ride. It's not a go. You don't have these crazy people weaving in and out. Everyone's there to enjoy the day and raise money for cancer. So that's what I'm saying. It's an enjoyable ride.
Great.
There's no other ride. I've been on several rides, and Bernie can tell you too. A lot of them are fast-paced, go. This is a nice, 35, 40-mile ride.
Yep.
And the roads are nice, and the stop and scenery is nice, and with the escort, it's probably one of the best rides around. And we just would wish more people would come and try it.
Yeah.
Because once you try this ride, honestly,
You're
people come back.
every year.
Yeah. It's growing every year. Yeah. And I think the people realize that.
Yeah, it has. And we're looking for more and more people that enjoy this to come out and do it. Because I see, both Joe and I probably we're like members of these social online. North Shore Riders, Massachusetts Riders. There's a whole bunch of different online social media riding, and you'll see every single day, leaving South Shore, leaving Fall River, leaving Newburyport, leaving Worcester. Anyone in the area want to go for a ride? There's a brotherhood, sisterhood within a lot of people that ride. One of the benefits also of having law enforcement. I think last year we had someone break down. We had the trailer. They bring their trailer. I'm like, trailer.
That's great. You thought of everything.
We do. We really do. We try and think of everything, every possibility, even weather. Weather can be challenging.
Yeah.
Several years ago, we were out in I think southern part of southern New Hampshire, and we started getting the rain, and we kind of just waited, and it kind of passed. No big deal. Roads weren't really that wet, and we headed out.
Yeah.
We headed out, and again, we don't go crazy fast. I like doing that with a lot less people. I can
picture you two on the road together.
Yeah. This is nice for us.
What I was thinking as you guys are like, it's nice to slow.
This ride brings it back to reality.
It's a tame ride. It's a very tame ride. And then we get, at the end, sometimes we might just air it out somewhere.
All right, that's what I'm envisioning.
Lose a tire, baby.
When your ears are ringing because Bernie's getting on and his exhaust is blaring at you, and they hear us coming.
Now, Bruce, talk about your involvement with TeamWalk and Lowell General, because you've been very involved.
Yeah, I've been with TeamWalk from the beginning. Next year will be our 25th annual walk.
Wow, that's incredible.
We raise money to help cancer patients and their families. And I think the great thing, as Joe was saying, there's no real, if you show us there's a need, we'll find a way to help you. So we do things like pay heating bills, food bills. We provide wigs, prosthetics. Some people need help. We build ramps for them to get in and out of the house. So some people need help with their paycheck because they're one paycheck and then they're going to treatment. We provide transportation for the people that are getting chemo and radiation. So that's a huge deal. Imagine going into Boston, finding a place to park, paying all that money. You go in for a brief treatment and then you got to go turn around and come back. So we're very fortunate that we have a state-of-the-art cancer center here locally. And fighting cancer is tough enough, but at least knowing that the distance and the ease of care and the staff there is unbelievable. So in the 24 years, Danielle, we've raised over $15 million, and we help over 38,000 different patients. So, and every dollar we raise, these fine gentlemen, every dollar we raise stays here in the Merrimack Valley, right here locally, to help our friends, our neighbors, our coworkers. There's no one that you talk to on the street, as Joe was sharing the story at the Elks Center, that hasn't been touched by this. And if they haven't been touched by it, wait till next year, because you'll know someone. So my role, I serve as the philanthropy chair from the board at Lowell General. And so I'm the volunteer chief fundraiser for the hospital in many different areas. And we started this event 8 years ago. Our then TeamWalk chair, Kevin Campbell, was a motorcycle enthusiast. And he brought the idea to us, and it's just continued to grow every year. And one of the things, I am not a motorcycle person. The last time I rode a bike, it had training wheels. So these guys are in a whole different land than I am.
Last year.
Yeah, trust me. The older I get, the more I need them. But these guys have really taken the ball and grown it. And why it's so important for us at the hospital level, they're introducing an audience that we couldn't get to. And one of the things I've learned in dealing with the crowd that comes to the motorcycle event, they are the most generous, caring people, sometimes a little scary, like my friend Joe over here to see them, but they come and they buy the raffle tickets. They're very supportive. And it's all because they have their own story. And it's a great family day between the cornhole and the picnic. And the kids just love to see the bikes. When they come in and they go out, it is quite a sight to hear them all rev up. It's like a NASCAR at the kickoff. It is so exciting. So I just wanted to personally thank these folks and all the members of our committee, because every dollar they raise is making a huge difference in the lives of our cancer patients. So thank you.
Oh, we thank you. We thank you.
We thank you too.
One more thing just on this too is, like he says, family event. My nieces come, 6, 7 years old. This is open to anybody that wants to come also. There's $20, you can get the food and meal.
Excellent.
And you can participate in the raffles and just be there to support the cause.
Awesome.
So you don't have to be a cornhole player. You don't have to be a motorcycle ride. If you're just somebody that wants to support cancer, come buy a raffle ticket, come for the raffles, have meals, talk to us. It's a fun day. Like I said, I invite my nieces. They come and they have a ball.
That's
great. After the cornhole tournament's done, usually people grab the cornhole boards and stick around. And after the auction, after the raffles and stuff like that, it's a great, like Bruce says, it's a combination of different varieties of people coming together for a special event for a great cause.
Do you have to purchase tickets for the lunch in advance, or can you?
I believe you can just do it that day.
Great.
If you have any questions at all, it is on that TeamWalk.
Yeah, we'll share that link.
Yeah.
And this year too, it's something we're doing, like Bruce says, we're trying to grow it and add it. We're trying a little what we call a polka run. Several motorcycle places used to stop at 4 or 5 places. You get a card stamped each one.
Yeah.
We want to incorporate smaller version to start.
Yeah.
Open to anybody for $10. It's a $200 cash prize.
Yeah.
And if it happens to be a tie, you draw a card. But when we get there in the day event, you can get your card stamped after you pick a card.
Yeah.
On the ride, you'll get 2 more stamps, and then 1 more, and you get back for 5. And the cornhole people are more than welcome. They can get. It's just a little extra way, a little extra gamble to make some money. We're trying to, like I said, we're always thinking our heads. I'll be driving down the road. We try to think of something to do. And at these meetings we have, we just bounce ideas. We may not like it, but someone might not like it, but we share. It's a great committee because we all put input.
Yep.
Not all the input's great. I've had ideas shot down. Bernie has. Bruce has. But
I don't believe that.
At the end of the day, we come out of there feeling good that we were trying to provide the best ride and the best services to raise money for this event.
That's the sign of a great committee too, right? When you can kind of just throw it all out there and talk through things. And some people may have tried something with a different organization. And
it's not quite as formal as some of the other meetings, I'm sure.
No comment, Bernie.
But we get it done.
Yeah, that's the important thing, and
we
the
do
passion
get it
is there.
Yeah, and if you do, if especially if you have kids, you do want to come out and see when we're leaving. And we have a huge American flag that's draped, and the whole ride comes right out from underneath the flag. We do the Pledge of Allegiance before we leave.
National anthem
before we head out. And the kids always like the police and the blue lights, and these guys just escort us out. And it's just very picturesque. I know there's I think there's a post on either Facebook or one of them.
Yes,
Lil GH did that show a bunch of photos of a lot of people coming out, a lot of what their interaction that takes place. So it's pretty awesome. So
There's a video too that you can actually see
You can
the
see the
riders.
video.
there. That's pretty.
But nothing beats in person. So come
Nothing
see it in
beats-
person.
No,
Nothing
come in
beats-
person.
yeah.
It's the rumble.
Yeah.
It's the thumbs up. It's the faces. You know, and you know, Bruce hit on it, and Joe, I'm going to just touch on it too. The people that do these type of rides, whether it's our ride or any other ride that's out there, you know, even as they say up at Laconia Bike Week, it's one of the most, you know, money flown. People just they just give.
Generous,
They
yeah.
give. The generosity
Yes.
of bike clubs across are just so generous for kids, for cancer, for veterans. You know, you name it, any kind of organization that's helpful within our society these days. These people that are out there, you know, that they give a lot.
Yeah,
They
that's
give
great.
a lot.
Well, hopefully
They
they're
give a
coming on Sunday and
And
giving a
this-
lot. Yeah.
This is the hospital closes its financial books September 30th. So this is the last chance to support this year's Team Walk. Back in May, we did the walk. We presented a check, and we've been fundraising all summer to help supplement that. We raised $661,000. So whatever we raise here is going to be the icing on the cake.
We're trying to push.
It's
Yeah,
going to be,
yeah.
you know, something to get us to new numbers. And once again, every dollar raised stays here to help your friends and family members here locally. So please, if you can join us, if you can't make it that day, you can still make a donation online. We'll take the money any way that we can.
You don't say no to money.
We don't say no to money, and it's all for a great cause. So please help us.
And Danielle, I just want to also, you know, in thanking all the riders that come and enjoy the day, you know, we wouldn't be bringing the funds to this level without the sponsors.
Definitely.
And we work with all these sponsors, and we've got some very generous sponsors that help out. I think there's roughly 30 different sponsors
Wow, that's incredible.
that have given us a nice check
Yeah.
that helps the base of this.
Absolutely. You
fundraising.
know, you have something to work
And you know,
off of.
we can't thank those people enough as well,
Yes.
because some of them ride, a lot of them ride,
Yep.
but a lot of them don't. And out of the generosity of their heart, and you know, if they've been touched by, or family member been touched by this awful disease, cancer, they open up, and
A lot of them are
very
doing it for
generous.
years and
Yeah.
years too
Yeah,
for
yeah,
us.
same people,
Yes.
which is typical.
Yep.
You know, very
Yep.
typical, whether it's a golf tournament that I've been involved in the area, or this ride, or whatever it might be. You know, a lot of these people are very, very generous people, and we have to thank them especially, because it helps really
Yeah.
catapult our number at the end of the day.
Yeah. If you're trying to scale an event,
Yeah.
sponsorships is a good place to start for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, so we're looking forward. We'll keep it up.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's
Sunday.
going to be great. Sunday's going to be awesome.
Yeah, because we did find out, and I should probably mention this, we did find out that, I think it was just yesterday, that we found out that the rain date that we do have, which is the following week, can't happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So there's some issues,
Some
Yeah.
conflicts.
okay.
with some couple different things. So
Yeah.
we're looking at October 14th
Okay.
as a rain date, but
Yep.
we're not gonna
Yeah, you don't even
get
wanna-
involved with that.
Yes, you don't
We're
even
ready
want
to
to
go.
We're ready to go
emphasize that.
Sunday.
Yeah.
I know.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
We're going to be ready to go Sunday.
Yeah.
And if for some reason we just don't think it's going to be safe, we will put out there that
Yep.
it's going to be postponed, and it will be postponed until October.
And if
I
that's the
just
case,
wanna
we'll
mention
share
that.
it too.
I'm an optimistic guy.
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
a very optimistic guy.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we can roll. Little rain's not going to hurt you.
Right.
But we don't want to get people out.
We don't want to
there.
jeopardize
Yeah,
anybody's
severe-
Absolutely.
severe
thunder,
thunderstorm or anything.
even
Yeah.
a chance of a huge thunder. We've been through it before.
Yeah,
You don't want to.
I've been get stuck a couple times this year at Lake Week.
Oh, did you? Where did you find the closest watering hole and
Well,
set it up?
after.
We almost did. Instead, we brought the watering hole with us.
How did you bring the watering hole with you?
You have the side bags and you fill it with
Oh,
some
but where
ice.
did you go for
Well, we
shelter?
got stuck on the Kangamangas
Lowell
one
Falls
day.
under the
Lowell
trees.
Falls,
All right.
under the trees.
Wow, look at you guys,
Hey.
men of the earth.
Yeah. And then we drive. It's like New England weather.
Very sufficient.
We drove 5 miles up the Kangamangas. The other side was sunny and beautiful. You didn't even know it rained.
That's how this whole summer's been. It's crazy.
Florida, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
great center.
we always say for people at the walk, if it's a little rainy or if it's a little hot or it's a little chilly, it's nothing versus what the cancer patients
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
So come on
Yep,
out
come
and
on.
support us.
Great.
Perfect point.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
thank you guys for all that you do
Thank
for
you.
the
It's a pleasure
community
meeting
and
you.
to support
And
this
thank you
cause. A
for-
cause, like you said, that everybody is connected to, just to some extent.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Is there anything that we missed?
We're going to lunch.
No, pretty much.
I'm still
You want?
dying for
I told
coffee.
you
I
I'd
know.
share
I
my
know. Bernie
coffee.
said he would share his coffee.
I told
with
you
me.
I'd share it.
Very kind of you.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
know. No, I think we're good. I think
Awesome.
we hit on everything.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome to come back
Thank you.
anytime. Anytime
Thank
you
you.
want to promote something, you know how to find us now.
You got it.
Super.
Danielle, we'll see you.
Thank you. And
Pleasure
thank
meeting you.
all.
Take care.
Yeah, pleasure meeting you guys too. And thank you for tuning in, for viewing, and we will be back again soon with another great guest. Thank you.